everyone, my name is Noelle Tamio, and today we're going to be doing a float or sink experiment, and we will be addressing density. So for today, the NGSS standard is 5-PS1-3, and that is make observations and measurements to identify materials based on their properties. The disciplinary core idea is PS1.A, which is structure and properties of matter. And then just a common core connection that I'd like to highlight is W.5.7, which is conduct short research projects that use several sources to build knowledge through investigation of different aspects of a topic. So here this is considered a short research project. It's an experiment, and they're also building knowledge through investigation. This is an experiment, which is also an investigation. And then for this one, the learning goals are students will be able to explain that the density of a substance has to do with how heavy it is compared to its size. The second learning goal is that students will be able to explain that density is a characteristic property of a substance. So, first things first, I'd like to pose a question for you guys. And the question is, why do you think some objects sink and others float? So I'd like you to pair up, talk with a partner, and then be prepared to share an experience that you guys have observed something either sinking or floating when it was in water. It can be a bathtub, it could have been in the beach, in a pool, in a cup, anything that you have ever seen sinking or floating in water. And I'll give you guys about 2 minutes, and I'll set the 2-minute timer up on the screen for you all. All right, so we're going to assume that 2 minutes are up and all of my students had a chance to share, one person per group. And then we also went over a vocabulary term, which is density. This word was written up on the board, and students had a chance to also do a little bit of brainstorming at their desks with their journals. And then we also went over the actual definition of density, which is a measure of how heavy something is compared to its size, put very simply. We're going to leave it at that, simply, because we want to do the experiment before we actually go through and learn all of the rest. All right. And one other thing we did want to define is properties of an object. So we also brainstormed some of this, and then we came to a list of words that we all agree are properties. So it's something that we can measure with an object. So we can either see it, we can weigh it, we can somehow observe these phenomenons that have to do with an object. So weight, mass, color, hardness, odor, temperature, these are just a few. All right, so for our experiment, we do have a glass jar of water, and it is glass because we do want to see through the glass. And then we do have a handful of materials. And since I did mention this is a sink or float, we are going to be going one by one and seeing what sinks and what floats. And before we do this, all of my students are going to have a prediction sheet. I don't know if you can see this or if it's backwards, but it has your name, it has the objects listed over here, and then we have my prediction, and then we have what actually happened and why. So this is for later. For now, you're going to go through, so toy car, and then you're going to write your prediction. These can be bullet points, but I do want to know float or sink, and if you have an explanation, you can write it. If not, just go ahead and write float or sink. So the students will have about 5 minutes to do that, and this will be in pairs. And then once they have their predictions filled out, we will get started with our experiment. Okay, so let's start with the cork. And I think this is good. So I placed the cork, and you can tell it is actually floating. All right, and I'll just take out these objects so that we don't get confused. Let's go ahead with a uncooked piece of pasta. So that one actually sunk to the bottom of the dish. All right, let's go ahead with a popsicle stick or a tongue depressor. Go ahead and place this on top of the water. As you can see, it's floating at the top of the water. All right. This is like a little toy coin. That one floats right at the top of the water. We have a plastic chess piece. That one floats at the top of the water. You always want to give it a second or so because you don't know if it's gonna slowly sink to the bottom or if it's gonna actually stay at the top. Here I have a rubber band. So that one is actually at the top. I know it's a little hard to tell, but that one is floating at the top of the water. I have a little toy dog, and it's hard. So that one is floating at the top. We can definitely see that one. I have a coin, a quarter. That one sunk immediately. And then last is a toy car. And that one also sank immediately. So now that everyone has performed their experiment, we all did these in groups of 2, as I said, and we all did them at the same time. So I gave the instruction on the board, okay, first drop the cork, and each group of 2 dropped the cork. And then after they dropped it, they wrote what happened. And then I would say, okay, all of my groups dropped the second item, and we all dropped the same item so that we went in order of our list and that I was able to flow through the classroom and actually observe what my students were observing. Okay, so what we can conclude from this whole experiment, going back to density, is that density is a measure of how heavy something is compared to its size. So for example, the quarter, how heavy it is compared to its size, a quarter is relatively small compared to some of the other objects, such as the tongue depressor. But the quarter is more dense because it's more heavy compared to its size. So this one is bigger, but it floated, and this one is smaller, but it sank. So more dense, less dense, comparatively speaking. All right, now, so something that we can conclude, we're gonna have a full group discussion at the end of this, and then of course we're gonna have a formal lesson on density and properties of matter, but something that we concluded just from this experiment is that if an object is more dense than water, it will sink, and if an object is less dense than the water, it will float. So the two things being compared here is the water and the object. So I would like to pose a critical thinking question for all of you guys to answer. This will be done individually in science journals and we'll have a chance to share, but I want everyone to really think about this one, and we're not going to talk to our partners. And my question is, what do you think would happen if we were to perform this experiment with another liquid? So say I had here milk or soda, or maybe even orange juice. So write down your predictions of what you think would happen. This is not a yes or a no or a one-way answer. There's no correct answer, there's no wrong answer, but I want to have some predictions on what would be different if we had a different liquid to compare the density to. So go ahead and write that down. And then we are going to go ahead and wrap up this lesson. We will all have a chance to have a little discussion on what we concluded, what some of us thought the why was behind their predictions. And we did figure out that it is due to density. So why something floated is because it was less dense than the water, or, and then going on to talk about the other mediums such as milk or soda or orange juice. And then this will all be in our science journals. We'll go ahead and staple our predictions in. We will fold them, staple them in, and this will be in our science journal. And then we'll go ahead and have a formal lesson tomorrow or later this week regarding matter and its properties. So this is just part 1. We did the activity before the formal instruction, which is something that I like to do. This is the ABC technique, which is something I actually read in the New Ways of Teaching and Observing Science class by Todd Hutner and Victoria Sampson. So we delved into the experiment, and then we'll have the formal lesson so that all of my students had a chance to really explore before knowing the answer. So before they knew that the density was causing this, they got to try it hands-on and then make predictions. And some of them may have been correct, some of them may have been wrong, but it was a learning experience either way for all of the students involved. And that concludes our science lesson. Thank you for watching.